Welcome to today's class. Today we will be understanding the concept of number series. Now what is number series questions? Number series questions can be of various types. There can be a kind of what is the last number in the series. So for example, I have a very simple series. I can say 1, 2, 3, 4 and what would be the next number? Obviously it would be 5. So that is the first kind of question in the number series where we are trying to find out what would be the last number in the number series. Now next type of question can be there where we are trying to find out the missing element. So for example, in this question, we have a question mark in between and we have to find out what would be the missing number in this series. So it's 1, 3, 5. So we are making a jump of 1. So there should be 7 and then finally 9. So the missing number here should be 7 and this is a kind of missing number series. And finally there can be a question where you are asked to find out the odd man out. That means all of the elements of the series are similar except which one. So we can say except this number, all of those are even numbers. So this is a kind of odd man out series. So when we are talking about these various kinds of series in the number series question, let's first have a broad outlook about what kind of questions can be asked in number series. So first is addition series. Under addition series, as we said, this example is an appropriate example for addition series. So I have 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. What would be the next number? So in this case, what I am doing is, I am adding one number. So there should be plus 1. So 9 plus 1 is 10. So the next number would be 11. So here the gap is of 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then it should be 10 and 11. So this is a kind of simple addition series that we talk about in number series question. Now, the next kind of questions in number series can be based on subtraction series. Let me take a reverse example of this. If I say it's 11, 9, 7, 5, what would be the next number? So it's minus 2. 11 minus 2 is 9. So your minus 2 is 7. Minus 2 is 5. So again minus 2. So it should be 3. So that would be a kind of subtraction series. Okay. Now we have talked about simple addition series, subtraction series. We will be talking about a bit difficult concept now. So the next concept we will be taking is prime numbers. What are prime numbers? Prime numbers are the numbers that are divisible by themselves or 1. So you have 2, 3, 5, 7. What would be the next in the series? So when you are trying to make out the prime number series, you would have the next in the series that would be another prime number, say 11. Okay. So now, this is a kind of simple series that we are talking about. In the same flow, let's check out product series or multiplication series. So I can say my series is a product of 3. So it's 3, 9. What would be the next number? So it's 3 into 1. Or let me do one more. So let's say 15. What would be the next number? Okay. So 3 into 1 is 3. 3 into 3 is 9. Then you have 3 into 5 is 15. So what would be 3 into 7 would be the answer. So here I can say the answer is 21. So that is a kind of product series questions that we talk about. The next is, obviously we have talked about addition, subtraction, product and multiplication. So the next would be division series. Now in division series, if I make it a simple division of any number, that's fine. But in case I go into fractions, it become a bit difficult question. For example, if I say 1 by 2, 1 by 4, 1 by 8. Okay. So what would be the next fraction? Now how do I calculate it? Now I can say this 2 is a simple multiplication of 2 into 1. Okay. This is 2 into 2. 8 means 2 into 4. So I have 2 into 1, 2 into 2, 2 into 4. What would be the next number? The next number here would be 2 into 8. So it would be 16. So I would say 1 by 16 would be the next number. Now one can ask easily, why I am taking 8 here? So it's again a case of successive series. So you have 1, then you will have 2, then 2 into 2 is 4, 4 into 2 is 8. So I can explain here in a simple manner. This 2, this 4 and this 8. How come these numbers come up? So I have 1, then I have 1 into 2, then I have this 2, so I have 2 into 2, then I have this 4, so it's 4 into 2. So this number would be coming here and it would be going into 2. So that's why it came 8 here and this fraction here would be 1 by 16. This is a kind of bit difficult concept that we have talked about because we are introducing the concept of fractions here. Okay. So these are some of the simple concepts that we have talked about. Now, after we have come across the simple number series questions, there can be questions where there are kind of mixed series. What do we mean by mixed series? Mixed series basically means either there are two series running parallel to one another. One of the series is talking about, say, addition, and another series is talking about subtraction. Or I am saying I am jumping one series with another series. So let's take a simple example. I have 2, then I have 3, okay, then I have 4, then I have 2, then I have 6. What would be the next number? Or I could say next two numbers. So what I am trying to do here is, I am following two different series here. So one is 2, 4, 6 and this would be, the next number would be 8 here. Okay. So this is the addition series of plus 2. I am adding 2 to the consecutive number and this is a simple addition series that is flowing. But there is another series that is going in parallel. So it's 3, 2 and this would be 1. So I am subtracting one number. So it would be minus 1 in this case and it would be plus 2 in this case. Okay. Now this is something that I have already given you a hint that there is a kind of mixed series. Most of the students get stuck up here because I have explained you this concept. Now consider the same question in a bare form. So most of the students will start guessing, okay, here it's plus 1, then again plus 1, then here it's minus 2, then here is plus 4. Oh no, nothing is going on. So I am unable to solve this kind of question. Okay, then the person will try to say, okay, is it a multiplication? So it's 2 into 1, it's 3 into 1, that is 2 into 2, then again 2 into 1, then 2 into 3. Then again they will find there is no solution to the problem. Okay, so it's very important to have an idea about what all possible types of question can be asked under number series. So here is a kind of mixed series. Now the mixed series we have talked about includes a simple addition and a simple subtraction. But there can be questions in mixed series which include product and division. So there can be questions of multiplication and division which are running alternately in the series. So these are the two kinds of questions that we have talked about. Now, there is one very important concept in number series that we have missed previously. So, it's the square series, okay, and the cube series. What is meant by square series and cube series? So, I have, say, 1 square, then 2 square, 3 square, 4 square. What would be the next number? So I say it's 1, 4, 9, 16. What would be the next number? So the next number here would be 5 square, which is 25. So that is one kind of series that we have talked about. The next series can be cube series, that is 1 cube, 2 cube, then so it's 1, then you have 8, and then you would be having 3 cube, that is 3 into 3 into 3, that is 27. So this is the kind of cube series that we talk about. So these are some of the fundamental series that we have talked about. Now let's work out some few simple examples based on number series. In today's session we will be covering the simple example. In the next class we will be covering about a bit difficult examples which are covered under number series question. So we have a first example. I am trying to introduce the examples from a very simple way. So you have 7, 10, 8, 12, 9. What would be the next number? So this is the first question that we would be doing today. So in this question, we can say you have 7, 8, 9, that is working as one series, and then you have 10, 12, and the next number would be plus 2. So you have plus 2 here, and then again plus 2 here. So the next number should be 14. So this is the first very simple question where we are talking about alternate series. So we are talking about alternate or mixed series, and this is a mixed series example of simple addition and simple subtraction. Then we have next question. In this question what I am trying to do is, you have 8, 22, 8, 28, 8. What would be the next number? So in this case what I am trying to do is, I am trying to make one number that is constant, that is 8. So here the next number should also be 8. And in the second series what I am trying to do is, I am trying to make a difference. Say this is a difference of 6. So again there should be a difference of 6. So 28 plus 6 is 34. So here the number would be 34. So this is another type of question that we are talking about here. Now let's take another example. This is a kind of much simpler example from these two. So I have 40, 40, 47, 47, 54, and what would be the next number? So here what I am doing, I am taking one number, okay, I am repeating that number again, then I am adding 7 to that number, I am repeating that number again, then again I am adding 7 to that number. Now what I will do is, again the same strategy, I will repeat that number. So the question mark here would be 54. If I am asked to find out what would be the further next question, next number here, I would again add 7 to it, it would be 61. And then I will again repeat what is 61. So that is a third kind of example that we have talked about. So we are trying to capture few different examples here. The next example is a kind of simple subtraction series. Under this subtraction series, we will be talking about 58, 52, okay, 46, 40. What would be the next number? So what I am trying to do here is, I am trying to subtract 6 from each consecutive number. So minus 6, minus 6, minus 6. So next number would again be minus 6. So it would be 40 minus 6, that's 34 would be the answer here. Okay. Now we will be talking about another question. In this question, be very careful while solving such kind of question. So I have 5, 3, 7. Okay. After that, I am trying to introduce 12. Okay. Then I have 13, 17, 19. What would be the next number? So what I am trying to do here is, I am trying to form triplets of prime number. So here is the first triplet of prime number, and here is the second triplet of prime numbers, and these triplets are intervened by number 12. So here would be also number 12. So this is another kind of question that can be explained based on what we have taught. Now let's talk about a bit advanced examples here. So let's move on to another question. Now for this question, I won't be providing you any hint. Let's guess what you can do here. So the question is 6, 24, then you have 60, 120. What would be the next number? Now looking on to this question, someone can say, this question seems that there is an increasing form, okay? But this increasing form itself is not sufficiently telling you that it is a kind of additions question, because the gaps are too big. You cannot say you are just adding numbers. So what would be my optimum guess here is, either it is a question of a square series, a cube series, or a multiplication series. So let's start with a very simple series, that is a multiplication series, which is much more easier and less complicated than other things. So let me guess, what is the multiplication numbers for 6? So I can say it's 2 into 3. Okay. What is the lowest multiplication for 24? So 24 would be, I can say it is 8 into 3. Okay. Then I can again break up 8 into 2 into 4, and there was 8. So 2 into 4, that is 8, and 8 into 3 is 24. So this number can be 2 into 3 into 4, and here I can say 1 is immaterial, so 1 into 2 into 3 is 6. Then here is 2 into 3 into 4 is 24. Now if I am trying to follow the same series, let me see if this works out for 60. If I say it is 3 into 4 into 5, will that form 60? Let me check. So 4 into 5 is 20. 20 into 3 is 60. So this works perfectly. That means the way I am following is correct. So the next number here should be, I am increasing one digit here. So it's 4 into 5 into 6. Now let me check whether 4 into 5 into 6 is 120. So 4 into 5 is 20. 20 into 6 is 120. So that is correct. And the last one here should be 5 into 6 into 7. So 5 into 6 is 30, and 30 into 7 is 3 into 7 is 21. So 30 into 7 would be 210, that is 210. So in this way I can say what would be the next number. So this is a kind of bit advanced level questions in number series, where we are talking about multiplication, and the questions for multiplication are increasing with each successive numbers. So that is the first question here. Now let me move on to a similar difficult question, which is not based on number series, but we will be talking about square series here. So under this question, I say 1, 5, 30, 25. Okay, what would be the next number in the series? Now if I look onto this question carefully, I can say, let me first start with addition. So it's 4, okay, then it's 8, then it's 12, okay. So my next guess can be, here the differences should be 16. So I am working out this question in a perfect manner, okay. So 25 plus 16 would be 45. So here it's 4, 8, 12, 16. So the 4, 8 and 12. So the next gap should be 16 and the answer should be 41. That's a kind of perfect solution for this question. But this question can be solved with a alternative method, or I should say a bit difficult method. So here I can say it's 0 square plus 1 square. So 0 square is 0, 0 square and 1 square is 1. So 0 plus 1 is 1. Here I can say it's 1 square plus 2 square. So it's 1 plus 4. That's 5. Here I can say it's 2 square plus 3 square. So it's 4 plus 9. That's 13. So here it's 3 square plus 4 square. That's 9 plus 16. So it's 25. And here I can say the last digit would be 4 square plus 5 square. That's 16 plus 25. And that is 41. Now this goes on into the same fashion. We have included 16 here. Okay. So this is a kind of question which can be solved by simple addition series. But if such questions we are unable to solve based on addition series, we can also find out these questions based on square series where we are summing up the square of two numbers. So in this class we have talked about questions that are simple and that are mainly aimed to deal with number series in a simpler form. In the next session, we will be talking about advanced concepts in number series, where we will be talking about the questions which are much more difficult when we are trying to solve the number series. And finally, we will be moving out with a series which is a mix of number series and alphabet series. So stay tuned for more lessons. Till then, have a good day ahead.